Welcome back to another episode of Link's Awakening. I'm Mar, and today you're going to get to listen to me on my new mic as I fall down a pit. So the audio for this episode is truly cursed, and the reason I say that is because, well, first of all, I'm running into walls, but that's not audio, I suppose. But the reason I say that is because not only did I forget to hit record on the audio when I originally recorded this episode, but last night when I recorded post commentary for it, I forgot to unmute the mic. And yes, I did double check before I started recording this time that it was unmuted. Man. I'm bad at video games. It's funny to watch though. At least there's that. But yeah, sorry if you hear some background noises of me rustling about. But yeah, so that's where we're at. And I use a fairy because I really don't want to have to get the large iron ball back to that position. It's annoying enough that how much repositioning of it I've had to do because of deaths already in this. Also, since you guys will know this by this time, this episode's going to be titled the episode where I still don't finish level 7. It's really unfortunate. So here's me looking at where the other pillar is and trying to figure out how to get ye old steel ball here to it. This'll take me a minute. And by a minute, I mean way longer than I want to admit, but you're about to watch it in real time. Yeah. It's going to be a long day. It always bothered me that I can't jump on onto the orange and blue platforms, because like they're at the right height. It looks like I should be able to, but I in fact cannot. These bombs were nice, but they really weren't worth taking that damage. Now that I, future Mar, am here to judge my past actions, really I shouldn't have bothered. And yeah, let's just not talk about how I took damage right there. It was just sad. Anyway, so here's me continuing to wander around and trying to figure out where I should go. And I go up here. And then I get blocked. And once again, I lament the fact that I can't jump over. But it's fine, because there's a switch right there. And hey, look, now I can explore up here. And I immediately take damage. Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. Best way to live life. Take damage whenever possible. So, do you want to bet on how much damage I take on this screen? Most of you would probably bet a whole lot, but you know, I'm better than that. This time. Anyway, but yeah, so it's really weird having to do commentary a third time for the same episode. But on the bright side, oh yeah, that's right. That's when I figured out that boomerangs can kill those. I had completely on accident. I'd assumed they were invulnerable. I hadn't thought that boomerangs would be able to kill them. So, from here on out, I start killing them. As you might have guessed. I used my key, and then realized that, but wait, this didn't get me anything. This was pointless. I've yet to figure out the boomerangs can also kill the electric ones. But, you know, one thing at a time. I remember being super happy. It's a real shame you guys don't get to see that reaction. Instead, you get my, my jaded self. Also, does it bother you guys when I run around with only one heart? Because it would bother me if someone was doing that. Especially if they then walked into a mini-boss room. But don't worry, this won't take long. See? Died pretty fast. Didn't take long at all. Oh wow, we're already 6 minutes into this. Huh. Man, time goes by fast when you're watching me fail. Not that many people are watching this particular series, but you know, I already recorded it all, so I'm gonna still post it, you know? Plus, you never know, maybe a bunch of people come along later who will want to watch it. I mean, probably not, but you never know. Interesting, side note. Oh, hey, yeah, there's me figuring some things out. Interesting side note, the audio quality for this series is going to be really interesting because you have this with my new mic smack dab in the middle of two episodes that were recorded with my old mic. So you just have this weird audio quality difference in the middle, and I'm sure that feels a little odd, but you know, people will make it through. It's not the weirdest thing that they've experienced, I'm sure. And now we put that down, kill those jerks, get that blue rupee, because you know, we need that cash money. Got lots of things to buy. Not really, but have to pretend I have things to buy, I guess. Yeah. It's really, weird to realize that, like, we're getting close to the end of this series. Because, you know, this is the 7th dungeon. It's a Zelda game. There's 8 dungeons. And then the final one. And even with me doing all the extra side stuff, we getting close to the end. Do you like my speedy shortcut down here? Mm-hmm. I definitely meant to fall down here and did not miss a jump. Oh, man. I knew I ran into that. I knew I was going to run into that. I remember commenting on it both other times I tried to record this. And I still am embarrassed for myself. But whatever. You guys probably are hearing me rustle around more than you usually do with this mic. This mic picks up a lot of ambient noise from the room because I'm not sure what the term is. It's not a directed mic, let's put it that way. I don't know what the opposite of that is. Like the actual words for the opposite of a directed mic. So it picks up everything in the room. Usually you don't hear me shifting around because I'm not shifting around normally. And if you're wondering why I'm going upstairs, it's because I haven't realized the other way there. The actual way to where I'm going. So I'm trying to find somewhere I can drop down from the 3rd floor. Yes, it is embarrassing how long it takes me to figure out that that's not actually the way I need to go. It'll be a bit here. It'll be a bit. Oh well. Anyways, I'm figuring out, so this is where I'm busy figuring out how to fight him. And I'm like, how do I hurt him? And then he like just tells me that if I have to kill all his buddies, and I'm like, oh, okay. I can do that. Spoiler alert, I can't. This'll go badly for me. Yeah. I'll use another fairy so that way I can, you know, not have to reposition the iron ball, because that would suck, right? It's obnoxious to get it where it is. I know you guys probably want to believe in me, but trust me, I am actually this bad at video games. It's just the unfortunate reality of the world we live in. But yeah. You know, I'm trying to remember how many more cycles it'll be before I figure out that I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. I think there's one more cycle before I get it, maybe? So I remember being really low on health. And yep, that's where I start getting it. I'm like, but wait, why am I trying to time this when I can just employ the mashing strategy? And it works just fine. Yeah. Yeah. That boss is really easy if you just hit the sword button as fast as possible. And is this the room where I realize I can kill these things with boomerang? Yes, it is. It's the room where I go, maybe I should try it. And then I'm like, hey, it works. Anyways, now I'm trying to figure out how to get the key, and I'm like, oh wait, I pushed these the wrong way. So I leave and re-enter. And this time I push them the right way. Well, I pushed one of them the right way, the other I pushed the left way, but whatever. And yes, I did just make that terrible joke. And you know what? It was the right thing to do. Anyway, not sure what to talk about. It's really weird because I don't remember a lot of the commentary I said the other 2 times I recorded this. Like, I know I talked for 20 minutes twice about this episode. Don't remember what I said, though. Anyway, so at this point, I'm trying to figure out why that crystal is there and not realizing that it's there because the teleporter is. The crystal's there, so that way when you use the teleporter, you can make sure you can actually get down to the 2nd floor, because otherwise that teleporter's kind of useless. And I'll realize that in a minute. Oh boy, defense. So that way when I get hit stupidly at some point in here, I don't die from it. But yeah, it's, oh. I missed that jump twice in the same episode, and that just hurts, you know? Did I need to kill that one? No. And I ran into that again. But hey, you knew I was stupid. You know how it is with me and dangerous sharp things. I have a really hard time resisting the temptation to get hit by them, you know? That's why Celeste was such a hard game for me. There were just so many fun spiky things to get stuck on. And to die to. It didn't feel right to not get murdered by all the spiky things. And here's me looking at the map and trying to figure out how I get to that spot. And I'm really embarrassed with how long this takes me. My next attempt is going to be to try and fall through there. But, well, you'll see. Oh, I'd forgotten about that one. Oh, more like I blocked it out because that was embarrassing. Come on, Past Marb. Put up a better fight than that. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Past you will never do a good enough job. And this is where I figure out what that crystal's for. It's for doing that. Like that is actually what it's for. It's for hitting it after you come up here. Like that's the entire purpose. It's the only reason that crystal's there. Is for having the ability to change the way these are set up while you're up here. That is their entire purpose. Also, in case you didn't see it, that thing is entirely fenced in. So I'm gonna spend some time trying to figure out a way to get over that fence, but it's pointless because you can't get over those fences in this game, at least. Rock's Feather doesn't jump high enough, and even if you get extra height, it just doesn't matter. What do I think this is? Breath of the Wild or some other game with actual physics engine where I can finagle my way over things? No. Wonder if I should play Breath of the Wild on either this or on Twitch at some point. Maybe. We'll see. If I play it, it'll probably be on Twitch, because I don't really want to do a full playthrough, necessarily. Mainly because that would take a whole bunch of time, and there are a lot of games that I haven't beaten that I want to play, and while I really liked Breath of the Wild, it's still too recent of a game for me to really have that strong of a desire to replay it. Like, I've played it too recently. I don't really want to replay it yet. Hasn't been long enough. In a year or two, I'll probably be like, yeah, let's replay that. But right now, I'm like, I kind of just beat that not all that long ago. Yeah. Like, the better a game is, the sooner you want to replay it, right? But no matter how good a game is, there is a point at which you're just like, you know, you don't want to replay it yet, no matter how good it is. Especially when you're someone like me who has like 400 something unbeaten games just sitting around waiting for me to finally get to them. And here's me just kind of, you know, having no idea what to do and just kind of aimlessly walking around confused. It'll be a minute still. Ugh, this is painful to watch. At least you can rest assured that I do figure it out eventually, because I've already beaten this game from my perspective. Like I finished recording this game already, like 2 months ago. So, you know, you can rest assured that I do figure it out eventually. It just takes longer than anyone is happy with. I don't know, is it funny when I am self-disparaging like that? I honestly can't tell if I'm like at the line of haha funny because I'm making fun of myself, or if it just seems rude. Oh, this is where I finally see it. Do you see? Yeah, you see how I just kind of turned right towards that crack in the wall? Like, I'm like, oh. Huh. I'm pretty sure those are probably my exact words. Oh, huh? Sounds like me, right? And here we go. Now I finally equip bombs, drop a bomb, and figure out the way over. Isn't that nice? Isn't life glorious? Now I just need to get the stupid iron ball over here. I decided to see what's in the chest before I go back for the iron ball, and I get a single bomb, which is easily one of the worst things I found in a chest. I would say it is the worst thing I found in a chest outside of one of Dompe's dungeons. And I'm like, well, since I just got a bomb, I'll just double check that I can't break that with a bomb. Honestly, not sure why I bothered jumping there. I guess just because I felt like it. Because it's not like it really mattered. It didn't affect where I was going to land, you know? And we keep on keeping on. You know, I'm pretty sure the commentary was better. The second was better. The first time I recorded post commentary. I think that was the best commentary I had for this episode. It's a real shame I didn't unmute my mic. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.